In this video, we'll introduce and demonstrate Optovia's Content Migrator. Currently, there is no out-of-the-box solution to backup, extract, or import blueprints, views, or field-level security. And to back up, right now you must manually document, and if you want to restore, you got to manually re-enter or edit your blueprints, views, or field-level security. And if you want to migrate, again, you have to manually recreate them in the target environment. And when you do this, what can happen? Errors could occur when you do this manually. Fortunately, there's a solution. Optovia's Content Migrator. This innovative utility allows you to easily import, export, and save blueprints, views, and field-level security. By removing manual re-entry, the Content Migrator eliminates the manual errors that could occur when you recreate a blueprint, view, or field security. Another major benefit is that you significantly reduce the time required to migrate your blueprints, views, or field-level security between environments. Yet still, you can save your blueprints, views, or field-level security configurations for backup archival purposes. And by managing your blueprints, views, and field-level security more efficiently, you benefit with both time and cost savings. So what are the features of the Content Migrator? Well, first of all, it's free. It also utilizes the Clarity REST APIs to interact with Clarity's functionality to bring data in and out of Clarity. It creates a JSON package which can be downloaded and archived and or imported to another Clarity environment. The Content Migrator can migrate the following blueprint information: sections, field changes, visuals, modules, business rules, and create from template. We will now demonstrate how to use the Content Migrator to migrate a blueprint. Please be aware that in order to use the Content Migrator, you must have the Content Migrator installed on both the source and destination systems. So once you're logged into Clarity, navigate down to Custom Objects, where you've installed the Content Migrator, and click on Content Migrator. From here, add a new row and give it a name that you'd like to call it. Once you've entered your name, select the name, and it brings up the Content Migrator screen. From here, you'll do all your work. It's always recommended to put a good description in here because you can use these for archival purposes. Under the content type, you would select Blueprint. As you can see, we have field level security with labels, field level security only, and labels and views, and we'll discuss those later. Click on Blueprint, then click on the object you want to get the blueprint from. So I'm going to go down and select Project. Under the content name, I can then select the blueprint I want to copy. In this case, I'm going to copy my standard project for 2022. New content name, when you go to do the import, you can give it a new name when you import it. Likewise, if you want to copy an existing blueprint on your system into a new name, instead of making a whole new version of that blueprint by hand, you can just export it and then re-import it with a new content name. This is all you have to do to export a blueprint. Go up to Actions, click on it, and select Export. A background job is going to run. It only takes a few moments for it to complete. So you want to refresh your screen, you want to press F5 or the Recycle button. When it's done, you'll see in the log message down here that the blueprint package has been created successfully, and it gives you a JSON file. This is the file that you can archive locally, you can save it, or you take this file and you copy it to your target environment, and that's where you do the import. I'm going to save this file. I'll just click on it, and it saves. So now I've made a copy of my standard project 2022. If I go down to my blueprints, under Administration and Blueprints, if I go down to my blueprints, I can scroll down, and you can see my standard project 2022. If I want to import a blueprint, I would just follow the same steps and just select Import. In this case, I would copy. If I wanted to copy a blueprint to another machine, I take that JSON file, copy it, and I would go up to Content Migrator, and again, I can use a new row. I'm just going to say Import Blueprint, or whatever descriptive name I wish to give. Select it. And again, I'll select content type, I'll select blueprint. Content name, I will select my file. This is the one I've just recently downloaded. Here's my standard project 2022, open. And if I want to import it with a different name, I could just enter the name here. So I'm going to call this Standard Project 2023. If I don't give it a new name, it'll import it under the name it was exported as. And now I go up to Actions, click on Import, and it's now going to read that JSON file and put it into the system. Once again, I'll refresh my browser, and when it's complete, I'll have log messages at the bottom stating what it's actually done. So to show that it's actually imported, let me just go over to Administration and look at our blueprints. And I can scroll down, and there's my standard project 2023. If I open it up, I can see the properties are there. I can see my visuals, my modules, my rules, and any actions that are in my blueprint, and my create from template. And that's how you import or export a blueprint with the Content Migrator. For views, the Content Migrator can migrate all out-of-the-box attributes, widgets, filters, pick lists, custom attributes, and the custom attributes must exist on the target system if they are being migrated as part of a view, and also roadmap and hierarchy views. So let's see how to migrate a view. As you can see on my screen here, I have a PMO view 2022. It has a couple widgets in it. We also have a pick list that's available. So to migrate this view, I would go over back to Custom Objects, click on Content Migrator, add a new row as we did just like before, and I'm just going to say Export PMO view 2022. And I click on the row. In this case, I just make sure I have view selected, and I could put a description in here as well, and the object name, and this is a project view, so let me just scroll down to project, click on content, and there's my PMO view 2022. I can select that, and I'll navigate up and click on actions to export. Once again, a job kicks off in the background to create the JSON file. Let me refresh my screen by pressing F5. When completed, we'll have our JSON file created and a message saying that we've created our package successfully. Again, I can save this file just by clicking on it, which I've now done, and I could copy this to my target environment. In this case, I want to make a new view preparing for 2023. So I can actually just import it from here as well. I'll just call this PMO view 2023. And I can import it into the same system under a new name. So under Actions, I'll click on it, press Import. Once again, the job kicks off in the background. I'll go up and press F5 to refresh my browser screen. And when complete, I will see the message at the bottom tell me that's been created. If I want to go check out my view, let me just go back over to Projects, select my view, and I can now see there's my new view, PMO 2023. And again, I have my status indicators, my filters have come across, my board layout. Now I'm going to go back over to my Content Migrator again. We also have the ability, when you export a view, is to export a roadmap view. Once again, we'll add a new row. And we'll select it. So under content type, we'll scroll down, we'll select view. Under object name, we want to scroll down till we see roadmap item. Under the parent record, this would be the parent roadmap name. In this case, I'm going to select Innovation Roadmap for IT. Under content name is where we'd select the existing view. So I'm going to take the current standard view, the copy of it, and I'm going to export this view. Just as we did before, up to Actions, and press Export. The job kicks off in the background. Again, we'll refresh our browser with an F5. And again, we have the JSON file, which we can copy to a target environment, or we can actually create a new version here, which I'm going to do. And I'm just going to call this Standard View 2023. Scroll back up and click on Actions to import. Refresh my browser once again. And I can see my view has been created. Now I can go over to my roadmap. Select my roadmap. And just to confirm my view is there, there's my standard view 2023 that I've created. If you're migrating field level security, it can migrate all the access rights and labels for an object's attributes, and it supports three options. The first option, field level security only, transfers all the edit and view access rights for all the attributes for the selected object. Labels only transfers all the labels for the attributes for the selected object. That's based on the user's language. And field security plus label transfers all the edit and view access rights with labels for all the attributes without checking that a field is secure or not. So let's export some field level security. In this case, we're going to export our security related to our idea object. Create our new row, select it. Again, we probably want to put a nice description in as well. Under content type, in this case, we're going to select just the field level security only. If we include the labels, it can take longer. The larger the object with the more attributes, it will take longer to export and longer to import. However, it is only a fraction of the time compared to doing this manually. So I'm going to select field level security only, select the object, and we can do all the objects that happen to be in the system. So I'm going to select idea. And once again, click Actions, Export, refresh my screen. Once my JSON file has been created, I can copy the file over to my target environment and import it to copy the field level security over. Likewise, if I'm doing edits in a local environment and I make a mistake, or hypothetically the client or customer or the business decides I want to revert back to the field level security they had prior, you could just re-import that content package. So if I go down, look at my field level security for my idea object, and I have these currently set. If I remove them, and decide that, well, I really wanted them back and what did I have originally listed, I can just go back up to my custom objects, Content Migrator, go to where I exported my field level security. In this case, it's already preset here for me. I click on Actions, Import. Again, press F5 to refresh my screen. And if I go back down to my field level security and take a look at my idea, my security is back. And that's how we can migrate our blueprints, views, and field level security. The Content Migrator is the first of its kind and is a result of listening to our clients and our close friends at Broadcom. We are pleased to offer this new utility as part of Optovia open source. You asked, and we delivered. You can now migrate and back up blueprints, views, and field level security. If you're looking for more Clarity content functionality, reach out to us. Follow us on LinkedIn or subscribe to our YouTube channel and become part of Optovia open source. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos as they become available.